having fun. Everyone wants to have amazing nights. Being surrounded by friends, talking, laughing over a couple of drinks. Then going to a great club, listening to great music, meeting new people. But in reality, how many times have you arrived home on a Friday night with no idea where your friends are going, what parties were going to be good that night? Or even worse, you go out with your friends, but then spend hours arguing about where to go next. Or driving to a club, expecting to be a great night, just to find it empty. Hello everyone, my name is Fred, and I'm co-founder of WeGoOut, the most complete and personalized events guide in the world, because it's social. We do that aggregating events from Facebook, places from Foursquare, and photos from Instagram, and suggesting them specific to you based on your unique group of friends and interests. You can check out where our friends are going tonight, or even where they are checking in right now, or see live photos from the venues, what's happening right now. You can add yourself to the guest list, and once you are in a party, you check in to let your friends know where you are and how's the scene over there. But I know that you want quality events. So we've partnered with local editors around the world, so they can create their own agendas of suggested events, and they use our platform to distribute them. I'm proud to say we are partnering with some of the coolest brands of editors in Portugal and Brazil. But for you to have parties, you need people to produce and promote them. So WeGoOut is a business intelligence tool for events organizers. They can create and manage the guest lists, they can attract visitors, they can do analytics of the data, they can see the analytics we made for them, and they can create offers and discounts for you to share your experience on the venues. So now we're wondering how we make money. It's not from users, although they are a key factor to success. By one end, our local editors around the world are creating the local city events guides, that they create mobile apps, and we revenue share with them the profit of the sales of the apps. By the other end, events organizers pay to have control and intelligence over their business, and also for the leads we generate on guest lists and ticketing. But having users checking in and sharing photos on parties we control access. We've created a complete marketing tool for brands. For example, Bacardi, throwing a contest when they give you prizes if you check in 2 or 3 different parties around the city. Nightlife market is estimating $20 billion in the United States, $10 billion in Brazil. Concerts revenues was, for 2012, 10 billions in the United States, 5 billions in Brazil. If we just consider these 2 markets in these 3 countries, we are talking about a total addressable market of $4.5 billion if you assume a modest commission of 10% they spent on marketing. Just for you to have an idea, Ambev, that owns 4 brands of beers in Brazil, they spent $800 million last year on marketing. But our competitors around the world, I only know one major, big, local city events guide on the globe. It's Time Out magazine. But they curate their own events to a specific kind of audience. So they need to hire journalists and editors all around the world for each new city they want to cover. Recently, some other startups are appearing with innovative ideas for the market's events business. Some of them are focused on the agenda for users, curated or not, and others are focusing on the platforms for the events organizers. I would say that we are the most complete service on the market, and also the one with the best event suggestions. But nothing of this was possible to be done in only 6 months if we had a great team. So me and Andre, my co-founder, we are best friends working together for more than 10 years. We've already created a startup in 2009 that we sold 3 years after. Johan. Johan, Henrik, Sonny and Moon, thanks for that also. And if you want to do something cool later on, you have no plans, WeGoOut, web, Android and iPhone. Feel free to try.
Thanks for a great presentation. You didn't have time to explain exactly where you are now?
The product phase.
So with the product, where can you use this?
Where or when? Yeah, on Android, iPhone,
Is it all over the place or is it
all over the place. In Portugal and Brazil, we have local partners curating the events. So we have quality events with external recommendations. All around the world you can use and know where your friends are going. And like another algorithm that we make to be even good or very good in many different countries, here is even perfect.
So where on the timeline, I mean, how many users?
Okay, we were born 6 months ago. We've been focused mainly on product and now with partnerships. We have in total 20,000 users. We have 3,000 users, active users per month. We are growing 200%, mainly because we've launched the Android app, the iPhone app, now we're getting, and we are not still paying our CKs still for now. Still mouth to mouth.
What's your acquisition cost?
Yeah, we are not paying still for acquisition. It's because like each launch of application on the Android market and the iPhone store left us to the growth we need. But we expect like to grow exponentially and to accelerate our growth. We will need to spend like $1 per acquisition. Until now, for now, it's like mouth to mouth. It's been growing 200% per month. Going out, having fun. Everyone wants to have amazing nights. Being surrounded by friends, talking, laughing over a couple of drinks, meeting new people, going to a great club, listening to great music. But in reality, how many times have you arrived home on a Friday night with no idea where your friends are going or which parties were going to be good that night? Or going out with your friends but then spending hours outside the restaurants, raining, arguing about what to do next? Or driving into a club expecting to be a great night just to find it empty. For those that came yesterday, this is the same pitch, but the jury asked me to make a difference. So from now on, I'm going to be much more focused on the product, the phase, and the business plan. So WeGoOut is a platform for you to know the most complete and personalized events guide in the world. Because we're social and because we aggregate events from Facebook, places from Foursquare, live photos from Instagram, and suggest them specifically to you based on your unique group of friends and interests. So with our product, you can check out where our friends are going out tonight, where they are checking in right now, and see live pictures that are being taken on the city and have a better look about what's going on in town. And that's just a video that was supposed to be playing, that's not playing with the product experimented. So at the moment, we've launched these 6 months ago, and since the beginning, as we start, we already have 20,000 registered users, but we are also 2,500 installed apps both on Android and iPhone, and more than 3,000 monthly active users. This is what happening right now. iPhone app, Android app, website. And this has been growing without spending anything with ads. But much because our local partners. Because we partnered with local arbiters that are being the ones that are suggesting events, and they are getting ours as traffic. And that's because we've contacted 1 month ago some brands for them to curate our events. I called 5 brands and asking them to create events. All the 5 accepted because what we're giving them is a tool for them to create their own agenda. If you think about the world, there's dozens of local city events guides in Lisbon, dozens of local city events guides in Porto, in Coimbra, in London, in Berlin, in New York City, in Los Angeles. There's loads of them, but many of them can't create their own agendas. They are not software developers, so we give them the tool for them to create their own agenda. And then there are many people with blogs and Facebook pages that know the city and know what's going on in town, and they want to create their own agendas. So we go out, provide them a tool to have a widget on their website with their agenda, a Facebook tab with their agenda, and even a mobile app. And having these mobile apps all over the world, all over the cities, powered by WeGoOut, these give us traffic from our local curated events. But for us to have events, we need people to promote and produce them. So for them, WeGoOut is a business intelligence platform. And the business intelligence platform is, by one side, we started as a guest list app for them, when they can manage the guest list, and that's very useful for them. But then we start giving them data analytics. Analytics is important as small things like, it's gonna rain next Thursday, so start selling tickets now, because your party can be ruined. But other small, more intelligent stuff, like 70% of the target audience of your party is already saying that I'm going to another party. And data analytics like those, and much other that we are now getting to the platform, like these 3 guys are influencers. These 4 guys have their birthdays next week. Why don't we invite them with a personalized email asking them to celebrate the party? And these other 5 guys should be VIPs of your party. You should give them offers and discounts. Along the world, 500 parties last week in Lisbon. More than you expected, no? 2,000 parties last week in Portugal. 50,000 parties in Europe. 300,000 parties on the world last week on our system. There are plenty much more going on. This is like parties and music events. All these parties, it makes like 20 million parties per year. Like pretty much of these 300,000 parties are from 150,000 organizers that we have in our system. If they pay $200 per month to have this business intelligence, that's how big is our market. But in the end, we are a complete marketing tool, because we tell users to share their experience when they go out, when they are in a concert. And you checking in attract other friends of yours going there. And like billboards, flyers and posters for event organizers, that's old school, that doesn't work anymore. And going on Facebook, it's too easy. So what they need is like check-ins and people sharing photos in venues. So the others see, oh, my friend is over there, and it's amazing. So I better go also. And so this is like the marketing that we provide them, both for event organizers, local curators. So the total market size of the nightlife business is $20 billion in the United States, $10 billion in Brazil. If, assuming a small 10% they already spent on marketing, we have for nightlife field a total addressable market of $3 billion. If you add concerts, $4.5 billion addressable market on advertising and marketing. Just an example, Ambev from Brazil, they have 4 brands of beers. They spent last year $800 million on marketing. So our plan for the next 18 months is to get to break even, So for one side, we get profit from the mobile apps sales all around the world, all local creators around the world selling apps with their created events, and we revenue share those apps. And also the business intelligence for promoters. We need 1,000 curators, 300 promoters, but the big value comes from promoters to get $100,000 per month. So we can get to break even in 18 months. And about competitors, there's so many local city events guys in the world. It's like so many. It's not only Time Out, it's the biggest one, but there's so many. In any city, there's dozens of them. So all of them have the problem that they are self-curated events, they have no tools for organized, old school advertisements, they can't scale globally. So that's why many new startups are appearing around the world and recently appearing on the events market. Some of them focus on the agenda for the user, others on the tools for the events organizers. We are the only one that has both combined. We are a complete service on the market. And all of these small startups that are appearing already raised $6 million. And that's why TechCrunch said that event discovery is the next photo sharing. Now, talking about the team, and how we made it possible in only 6 months. Me and Andre are best friends, working together for more than 10 years. We met in college, we went to consultancies, IT companies, then each one of us went our own way. I went to Nokia Siemens, we went to another consultancy. And we founded another startup in 2009 that we sold 3 years after to Betfair. And now we've created this with an amazing team. Jochen is from Austria, and he's an expert on multi-processing languages, and he's the one that makes this recommendation engine so good and so big. And you can try it by yourself. You can try it, it goes around the world. You can try the other ones, compare the recommendation, our recommendation, much because of our local creators over there, and also because of our algorithms. Enrique is our web and Android developer. Sonia is now an amazing designer. You can check the amazing design and I don't know the iOS guy. And if you want to be part of this team, we are raising $300,000 investment to hire and prepare a small sales team to accelerate user growth and help and support events organizers all over the world. And if later on you want to do something cool, WeGoOut.
Yeah, how do you get to 3 million?
How do you get 3 million? Okay, we are Portuguese. We need investment. That's one thing. But the local creators is one source of users. It's been until now a zero cost of achievement of users, because all these magazines, they're already there, 30,000 followers on Facebook. So they partner with us and promoting their events. They do these agendas by other reasons, because they want an access of this for the users. So it's a good way for us to get. They are also our ambassadors. So they are the ones that bring people to know about WeGoOut. And so like last week we received a message from a guy in Dubai wanting to make like correction on Dubai, a woman from Brazil, a guy from Portugal. So they will be the ones who help us being ambassadors in their own countries doing like recommended events. Because we are a tool for them to recommend events and create their own local city events. So it makes us easy to go for different countries and different cities. And that's like our best strategy with some ambassadors that the other strategy is like an event that we get to get spread on. And I think it's not really fair, friends, inviting friends, going well.
Yeah, I think we discussed it also yesterday. I counted this morning that 2 months ago we had around 400 applications for our accelerator program in Amsterdam. 8% of all applications was on booking systems. So there's a lot out there. So do you have anything? You have a great team assembled. Do you have anything on the technical solution that is protectable? I mean, it doesn't need to be patented, but difficult to copy.
Yeah, as I told you yesterday, it's mainly the recommended engine. This is the one that Outlist is doing this like for more than 2 years, and comparing our results on the recommended engine, it's much better. And for our users, for those that look for parties, that's why they still prefer the traditional way, because those are events recommended, and the algorithms weren't that good. And many complaints we received in the beginning was like, okay, you are recommending events, but they don't suit me. So our recommendation engine was since the beginning our main concern, and I can guarantee that our algorithm right now is very, very good, and this is one of the things that will be patentable, because it aggregates local curation with other kind of social information.
Maybe a little bit intimate question, but if you did an exit, a decent exit before, why do you need 300K? Isn't it foolish to give away a chunk of your business, as Brian said?
Yeah, we are both like supporting this project for now, but I don't want to take my own money. Like I think I take too much of my life, and I want someone on my side that takes the risk of the money. I take the risk of my health and my family, and I don't take that money for other project. Is that I want it for my pocket, and I want to have more money now. But
so, if you don't want to put your money into your idea, do you think I would put mine?
I put like a percentage that I think is fair, and now I put all the rest. So I can go along, but I'm already putting much more because I'm putting my ideas, my work, my dedication, my health, all of this together. Thank you.